LA's most beautiful buildings can be found on university campuses. In tonight's Look at This, our Desmond Shaw is over one of them, which you've almost certainly have seen on the big screen.
We'll take a look at this building at UCLA. This is Royce Hall, and it's the majestic building that this iconic university campus sprang forth from. Built in 1929, it's one of the very first two buildings constructed here, along with its beautiful sibling across the quad, the Powell Library, which we've looked at recently. It was designed in the Lombard Romanesque style by brothers James Edward Allison and David Clark Allison. They have quite a legacy around the LA area with other stunning creations like the Wilshire Boulevard Temple and the First Congregational Church, which we've also looked at. UCLA says Royce Hall is modeled after the Basilica of San Ambrogio in Milan, Italy, and it's named after California-born philosopher Josiah Royce, who graduated from UC Berkeley in 1875. This brick and tile-clad masterpiece began life as the primary classroom building for UCLA, but over the decades, it's evolved into a world-class concert venue, thanks to its 1,800-plus seat auditorium with acoustics that have been finely tuned over the decades. The school says its musical pedigree began to grow in the 1930s when a slate of now legendary musicians performed here. George Gershwin, Duke Ellington, Arnold Schoenberger, and Jimmy Dorsey's band all performed here during the Great Depression. The school created its performing arts season for the venue in 1937, and the LA Phil highlighted one of those very first concerts. And speaking of the LA Phil, the orchestra had a long run of landmark recordings inside Royce Hall, especially between the late 1960s and 70s. And parts of several movie soundtracks were also recorded here, including John Williams' score for films like AI and Memoirs of a Geisha. And of course, a building this beautiful has to be a favorite of Hollywood's, right? You've seen it in plenty of films like Legally Blonde, Scream 2, Aaron Brockovich, and The Nutty Professor, to name a few. Royce is hands down the most recognizable of the 200-plus buildings on the campus today, and it underwent some huge seismic upgrades after being damaged in the Northridge earthquake to make sure it continues to be an enduring image of the university itself. Taking a look at UCLA's Royce Hall from SkyCal, I'm Desmond Shaw.
And if you'd like Desmond to take a look at something interesting in your neighborhood, write us at lookathis@cbs.com.